The battle between the demigods and Vritrasura. So let me know if you see my screen. Can someone hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Can you see as well? The
Yes,
screen?
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji, it's visible and you're audible.
Okay, thank you. So we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 10, The Battle Between the Demigods and Vritrasura. Shri Bhadarayanaruvacha Indram eva samadishya Bhagavan Vishwabhavanah Pasyatam animeshanam Tatraivantar dhade harihi. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, after instructing Indra in this way, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari, the cause of the cosmic manifestation, then and there disappeared from the presence of the onlooking demigods. Tatavi yachito devair rishir atarvana mahan modamana uvachedam prahasan iva bharata. O King Parikshit, following the Lord's instructions, the demigods approached Dadichi, the son of Atharva. He was very liberal, and when they begged him to give them his body, he at once partially agreed. However, just to hear religious instructions from them, he smiled and jokingly spoke as follows. Api vrindaraka yuyam na janita saririnam samsayam yastva avidroho dahsaha chetanapaha. 1 second, please. Okay. O elevated demigods, at the time of death, severe unbearable pain takes away the consciousness of all living entities who have accepted material bodies. Don't you know about this pain? Jiji Vishunam Jivanam Atma Preshta Ihepshitaha Ka Utsaheta Tam Datum Bhikshamanaya Vishnave. In this material world, every living entity is very much addicted to his material body, struggling to keep his body forever. Everyone tries to protect it by all means, even at the sacrifice of his own possessions. Therefore, who would be prepared to deliver his body to anyone who, even if it were demanded by Lord Vishnu? श्रीदेवा ऊचुः किं न तद् दुष्यजं ब्रह्मन् पुंसां भूतानुकम्पिनां भवद्विधानां महतां पुण्यश्लोकेद्य कर्मणां. The demigods replied, O exalted Brahmana, pious persons like you, whose activities are praiseworthy, are very kind and affectionate to people in general. What can't such pious souls give for the benefit of others? Then they can give everything, including their bodies. Nunam swartha paroloko naveda para sankatam yadi veda na ucheta neti naha yad ishvaraha. Those who are self-interested, beg something from others, not knowing of others' pain. But if the beggar knows the difficulty of the giver, he would not ask for anything. Similarly, he who is able to give charity does not know the beggar's difficulty, for otherwise he would not refuse to give the beggar anything he might want as charity. Shri Rushirovacha Dharmavah Srotukamena Yuyam me pratyudahritah Eshavah Priya Atmanam Tejantam Sanjayami Aham. The great sage Dadichi said, just to hear from you about religious principles, I refuse to offer my body at your request. Now, although my body is extremely dear to me, I must give it up for your better purposes since I know that it will leave me today or tomorrow. Yo dhruvenatmana natha na dharmam na yashapuvan iheta bhuta dayaya sa sochyat sthavarai api. O demigods, one who has no compassion for humanity in its suffering and does not sacrifice his impermanent body for higher causes of religious principles or eternal glory is certainly pitied even by the immovable beings. एतेवन् अव्ययो धर्मः पुण्यश्लोकैर् उपासितः यो भूता शोकहर्षाभ्याम् आत्मा शोचति हृष्यति. If one is unhappy to see the distress of other living beings and happy to see their happiness, his religious principles are appreciated as imperishable by exalted persons who are considered pious and benevolent. अहो दैन्यम् अहो कष्टं पारक्यैर्क्षणभङ्गुरैः यन्नोपकुर्याद् अश्वार्तैर्मर्त्यः स्वज्ञाति विग्रहैः. This body, which is eatable by jackals and dogs after death, does not actually do any good for me, the spirit soul. It is usable only for a short time and may perish at any moment. The body and its possessions, its riches and relatives must all be engaged for the benefits of the others, or else they will be sources of tribulation and misery. Sri Badarayanuvacha Eva Kritavyavasito Dadyan Atharvanastanum Pare Bhagavati Brahmani Atmanam Sannaya Jahao. Sri Shukadeva Goswami said, Dadichi Muni, the son of Atharva, thus resolved to give his body to the service of the demigods. He placed himself, the spirit soul, at the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and in this way gave up his gross material body made of five elements. यदाक्षासु मनोबुद्धिस्तत्त्वदृग्ध्वष्टबन्धनः आस्थितः परमं योगं न देहं बुबुधे गतम्. Dadichi Muni controlled his senses, life force, mind, and intelligence and became absorbed in trance. Thus he cut all his mental bondages. He could not perceive in how his mental body became separated from his self. अतेन्द्रो वज्र उद्यम्य निर्मित विश्वकर्मणा मुने शक्तिभिरुत्सिक्तो भगवत्तेजसान्वितः वृतो देवगणे सर्वैर्गजेन्द्रोपरि अशोभत स्तूयमानो मुनिगणैः त्रैलोक्यं हर्षयन् इव. Thereafter, King Indra very firmly took up the thunderbolt manufactured by Vishwakarma from the bones of Dadichi. Charged with exalted power of Dadichi Muni and enlightened by the power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Indra rode on the back of his carrier, Airavata, surrounded by all the demigods. While all the great sages offered him praise, thus he shone very beautifully, pleasing the three worlds as he rode off to kill Vritrasura. Vritam abhyadravachatrам ashuranikaYutapaihi paryashtam ojasa rajan kruddo rudra ivantakam. My dear King Parikshit, as Rudra, being very angry at Antaka, Yamaraja, had formally run toward Antaka to kill him, Indra angrily and with great force attacked Vritrasura, who was surrounded by the leaders of the demonic armies. Tata Suranam Asuroi Rana Parama Darunah Teta Mukhe Narmadayam Abhavat Prathame Yuge. Thereafter, at the end of Satya Yuga and the beginning of Treta Yuga, a fierce battle took place between demigods and the demons on the bank of the Narmada. रुद्रैर् वसुभिर् आदित्यैर् अश्विन्भ्यां पितृवह्निभिः मरुद्भिर् ऋभुभिः साद्यै विश्वे देवै मरुत्पतिं दृष्ट्वा वज्रधरं शक्रं रोचमानं स्वया श्रिया नामृष्यन् असुरा राजन् मृदे वृता पुरःसराः. O king, when all the asuras came onto the battlefield headed by Vritrasura, they saw King Indra carrying the thunderbolt and surrounded by the Rudras, Vasus, Adityas, Ashwini Kumaras, Pitas, Vahinis, Maruts, Ruds, Ribus, Sadyas, and Vishwadevas. Surrounded by his company, Indra shone so brilliantly that his effulgence was intolerable to the remnants. Namoche Sambura Narva Vimudra Arshabo Suraha Hayagriva Sankushira Viprachitir Ayo Mukhaha Puloma Vrishaparva cha Prahetir Hetur Utkalaha Daiteya Danama Yaksha Rakshamsi Sahasrasaha Sumali Mali Pramukaha Kartasvara Parichadaha Pratishidrendra Pratishidyendra Senagram Mrityor Api Durashadam Abhyardayan Asambhrantaha Simhanadena Durmadaha Gadabih Parigay Banaihi Prasha Mudgara Tomaraihi. Many hundreds and thousands of demons, demi-demons, yakshas, rakshasas, man-eaters, and others, headed by Sumali and Mali, resisted the army of King Indra, which even death personified cannot easily overcome. Among the demons were Namuchi, Sambara, Anarva, Vimudra, Rishbha, Asura, Hayagriva, Shankushira, Viprachiti, Ayomukha, Puloma, Vrishaparva, Praheti, Heti, and Utkala. Roaring tumultuously and fearlessly like lions, these invincible demons, all dressed in golden garments, gave pain to the demigods with weapons like clubs, bludgeons, arrows, barbed darts, mallets, and lances. शूलै परस्वधै खड्गै शतग्निभिर्भुषुण्डिभिः सर्वतो वाकिरन् सर्वतो अवाकिरन् शस्त्रैर् अस्त्रै च विबुधर्षभान् armed with lances, tridents, axes, swords, and other weapons like shatagnis and bhushandis, the demons attacked from different directions and scattered all the chiefs of the demigod armies. Nate drishyanta sanchamnaha sharajale samantataha punkanu punka patitair jyotim shiva nabhoganaihi. As the stars in the skies cannot be seen when covered by dense clouds, the demigods, being completely covered by the networks of arrows falling upon them one after another, could not be seen. Nate shastrastra varshoga hiyasedu sura sainikan chinna siddha pate devair laghu haste sahasrada. The showers of various weapons and arrows released to kill the soldiers of the demigods did not reach them, because the demigods, acting quickly, cut the weapons into thousands of pieces in the sky. Ada kshinastra sastrauga girishranga drumopalaihe abhyavarshan surabalam chichidustamscha purvavat. As their weapons and mantras decreased, the demons began showering mountain peaks, trees, and stones upon the demigod soldiers. But the demigods were so powerful and expert that they nullified all these weapons by breaking them in pieces in the sky as before. Tan akshatan swastimato nishamya shastrastra pugair shastrastra pugair athavrata nataha द्रुम्यैर्दृशभिर्विविधाद्रिशृङ्गैर् अवीक्षतां तत्र सुर Indrasainikan. When the soldiers of the demons, commanded by Vritrasura, saw that the soldiers of King Indra were quite well, having not been injured at all by their volleys of weapons, not even by the trees, stones, and mountain peaks, the demons were very much afraid. Sarve prayasa abhavan vimoghan कृतः देव गणेषु दैत्यैः कृष्णानुकूलेषु यथा महत्सु Shudrair Prayukta Ushati Rukshavacha. When insignificant persons use rough words to cast false, angry accusations against saintly persons, their fruitless words do not disturb the great personalities. Similarly, all the efforts of the demons against the demigods who were favorably situated under the protection of Krishna were futile. ते स्वप्रयास विततं निरीक्ष्य हरावभक्ता हतयुद्धदर्पाः पलायनायाजिमुखे विसृज्य पतिं मनस्ते दधुरात्तसाराः. The asuras, who are never devotees of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, lost their pride in fighting when they found all their endeavors futile. Leaving aside their leaders, even in the very beginning of the fight, they decided to flee because all their progress had been taken away by the enemy. Pritro suram tan anugan manasvi pradhavatah prekshya babhasa etat pralayitam preksha balam cha bhagnam Balena Tivrena Vihasya Viraha. Seeing his army broken and all the asuras, even those known as great heroes, fleeing the battlefield out of intense fear, Vritrasura, who was very truly a great minded hero, smiled and spoke the following words. Kalopapannam ruchiram manasvinam जगादवाचं पुरुषप्रवीरः हे विप्रचित्ते नमुचे पुलोमन् मया नर्वान् चम्बरमे शृणुध्वम्. According to his position and the time and circumstances, Vritrasura, the great, the hero among heroes, spoke words that were much to be appreciated by thoughtful men. He called to the heroes of the demons, O Viprachitta, Chitti, O Namuchi, O Puloma, O Maya, Anarva, and Sambara, please hear me and do not flee. जातस्य मृत्युर्ध्रुवः एव सर्वतः प्रतिक्रिया यस्य न चेह क्लिप्ता लोको यशश्चात ततो यदि ह्यमुं को नाम मृत्युं न वृत्नीत युक्तम्. Vritrasura said, all living entities who take birth in this material world must die. Surely no one in this world has found any means to be saved from death. Even Providence has not provided a means to escape it. Under the circumstances, death being inevitable, if one can gain promotion to higher planetary systems, then be always celebrated here by dying a suitable death. What man will not accept such a glorious death? Dvau sammata iha द्वौ सम्मता इह मृत्यो दुरापो यद्ब्रह्म सन्धारणया जितासुः कलेवरं योगरतो विजह्यात् यद् अग्राणीर्वीरसहे निवृत्तः. There are two ways to meet a glorious death, and both are very rare. One is to die after performing mystic yoga, especially bhakti yoga, by which one can control the mind and living force and die absorbed in thought of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The second is to die on the battlefield, leading the army and never showing one's back. These two kinds of death are recommended in the Shastras as glorious. Hare Krishna. Okay, quite some drama. Quite some drama took place here. As we know that Indra was advised by Lord Vishnu to seek support from Dadichi. So in that regard, Indra obtained such an instruction, and then he approached Dadichi, and he started asking, he went and then he was asking, please give your body. Is it not so easy to ask? He's saying, they begged him to give them their body. He at once partially agreed because, yeah, who is asking are devatas? And however, just to hear the religious instructions from them to know, yeah, he was asking, okay, by the way, is it not very painful to give up the body that too? Yeah, you know, at the time of death, severe unbearable pain comes, takes away the consciousness of living entity. It's not just like asking, how can you give me your coat? Of course, the body is like a coat, suit, whatever we call, that is covering the self. The self is covered, but self, depending on the level of attachment that we bring to the body, it's very difficult to give up, or even to allow any inconvenience to the body. Oh my God, we feel undergo severe disturbance. Yeah, just like sometimes we see if someone has a small cut on his finger, then he goes left and right here and there, and oh my God, I have severe pain, uh, to the level of bodily perseverance, consciousness one maintains to that level, he suffers. So the Diji is saying, don't you know about this pain when one is leaving the world, leaving body? So we should understand the only way to overcome such a pain, or not to overcome, to manage such a pain management is always absorbed in the uh, thoughts of Krishna. Mm. So, and then it goes further. In the material world, even living entity is very much, every living entity is very much addicted to the material body. Yeah? So, in the purport, Prabhupada mentions, Atmanam sarvato rakshet tato dharma tato dhanan. One must protect his body by all means. Then he may protect his religious principles and thereafter his possessions. This is natural desire of all living entities. What do they want? First, body. अगर हम ना खुद नहीं है तो what is the use if we ourselves are dead? So we should take care of our body. Then, of course, after that follows, hmm, um, uh, Atmanam Sarvato Rakshet. Rakshet to protect Atmanam, to protect Tato, that is Dharma. And then protects, first protects the body, then protects the religion, and then protects the possession. This is natural desire. No one wants to give up his body unless it is forcibly given away. And here the demigods are coming and they were demanding the Dadiji's body for their benefit in accordance to the order of Lord Vishnu. Dadiji superficially refused to give them his body. But then he's asking these questions. By the way, tell me, he says, exalted Brahmana, hmm, pious persons, oh sorry, Devatas are replying, pious persons like you, whose activities are praiseworthy, are very kind and affectionate to people in general. So, yeah, Indra is not going to someone who is too much attached to the material body. Lord Vishnu is not advising that as well. Here we can see. What can't such pious souls give for the benefit of others? Hmm? Because you are very kind and affectionate to people in general. They can give everything, including their bodies. Nunam swartha paro loko na veda para sankatam yadi veda na yacheta neti naha yad ishvaraha. Huh? Those who are too self-interested beg something from others, not knowing of others' pain. Hmm? So Indra is telling, I'm not so much self-interested in a way, he's saying. But one who is self-interested doesn't know what is the pain that it causes for others when one is asking them. But if the beggar knew the difficulty of the giver, he would not ask for them. Huh? If the beggar, if the beggar knew the difficulty of the giver, huh, he would not give. Similarly, he who is able to give charity does not know the beggar's difficulty. For otherwise, he would not refuse to give the beggar anything he might want as charity. So basically, here the point is, the one who is asking, he doesn't know what is the feelings of the one who is in need of it, and one who is giving, he doesn't no, one who is begging, he doesn't know what is the condition or situation of the person who is being asked. In the purport, Prabhupada mentions this verse describes two people, one who gives charity and one who begs for it. A beggar should not ask charity from a person who is in difficulty. Similarly, one who is able to give charity should not deny a beggar. So these are the two things. These are the moral instructions of the Shastras. Chanakya Pandit says, San nimitte varam tyago vinashe niyate sati. Everything within this material world will be destroyed, and therefore one should use everything for good purposes. Prabhupada says further in the purport, the Krishna consciousness movement needs many exalted, learned persons who will sacrifice their lives to revive God consciousness throughout the world. We therefore invite all men and women advanced in knowledge to join the Krishna consciousness movement and sacrifice their lives for the great cause of reviving the God consciousness of human society. We don't have to do big things. We just have to sacrifice our own selfish interest. As soon as when we sacrifice our selfish interest, the immediate thing that comes up is for the welfare of others, as per what Krishna is saying, give them Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada is making clear, of course, even if you don't want to sacrifice and always want to enjoy, yeah, how long can we enjoy? We can only enjoy as long as the piety that we have. If we have good Sukriti, we will enjoy good times. When we have bad, then we have to suffer. Rather, really thinking all these things, if one engages in devotional service, then one today or tomorrow or later or any time, yeah, soon, the Lord is going to take care. And that message is what we need to give to the mankind. So the great sage Dadiji said, just to hear from you about religious principles, I refused. I am ready. I must give it up for your better purpose, since I know that it will leave me today or tomorrow. So he said, one who has no compassion for humanity in its suffering and does not sacrifice his impermanent body for higher causes of religious principles is certainly pitied even by the immovable beings. You know what is immovable beings? Yeah. So in the in the Shat Goswami Ashtakam, there is this, yeah, uh, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and six Goswamis of Vrindavan, they say, Tyaktva Sudushya Ja Supe, sorry, what happened here? Oh, this is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. त्यक्त्वा सुदुष्टैश्च सुरेप्सिता राज्यलक्ष्मीं धर्मस्थ आर्यवचसा यद् अगाध अरण्यं मायामृगं दयिते येप्सितम् अन्वदावत् वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम्. We offer our respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of the Lord, upon whom one should always meditate. He left his householder life, leaving aside his eternal consort, whom even the denizens of heaven adore. He went into the forest to deliver fallen souls who are put into illusion by material energy. So this is in the Bhagavatam and exclusively saying about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This shloka 11.5.34. To accept sannyas means to commit civil suicide. Everyone, we should understand what is sannyas means. Sanya, I don't know. We were discussing last Sunday what is moksha, and yeah. So when we talk about sannyas means to commit civil suicide. What does that means? It means sannyas, but sannyas is compulsory at least for every brahmana, every first class human being. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a very young and beautiful wife and a very affectionate mother. Indeed, the affectionate dealings of his family members were so pleasing that even the demigods could not expect such happiness at home. Nevertheless, for the deliverance of all the fallen souls of the world, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas and left home when he was only 24 years old. He lived a very strict life as a sannyas, refusing all bodily comforts. Similarly, his disciples, the six Goswamis, were ministers who held exalted positions in society, but they also left everything to join the movement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srinivasacharya says, त्यक्त्वा तूर्णमशेषमण्डलपतिं श्रेणीं सदा तुच्छवद् भूत्वा दीनगणेशकौ करुणया कौपीनकण्ठास्कृतौ. This is in the Shad Goswami Ashtakam. Uh, these Goswamis left their very comfortable lives. Tyaktva means to leave. Turnam Asesha Mandalapatim. Left Mandalapati, ministers, jamindars, and learned scholars, and they considered Shrenim Sada Tuchavat. They consider everything very, very cheap. Bhutva Dina Ganeshako Karunaya Kaupina Kantasritau. Kaupina is lion cloth. They just left all those things and just took up um, torn quilts, not proper bed sheets also for the Kaupina Kantasritau. They lived in the Vrindavan and followed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this way, everyone else with a materially comfortable conditions in this world should join the Krishna consciousness movement to elevate the fallen souls. The word Bhutadayaya, Bhutadaya is basically Maya Mrugam, Daitepshitam, and Dina Ganesha Kaupina Karunaya all convey the same sense. These are very significant words for those interested in elevating human society to a proper understanding of life. One should join the Krishna consciousness movement following the examples of such great personalities as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the six Goswamis, and before them the great sage Dadichi. Instead of wasting one's life for temporary bodily comfort, one should always be prepared to give up one's life for better causes. After all, the body will be destroyed. Therefore, one should sacrifice it for the glory of distributing religious principles throughout the world. Hare Krishna. We'll continue from verse 10, the purports, next time. Any questions? No thoughts? Any feedback? I mean, is it going fine or?
Hare Bol Prabhuji. Are you able to hear Prabhuji?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, it is, we are able to follow. Yeah, this is a wonderful pastime. I like it also very much.
Nice. Okay, nice. Hope others are also enjoying, liking it. You are saying something, Seema Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, you mentioned that when they came to take his body, body is very. I got confused when you said body is important than culture than nation. Something like this, or I.
No, Dadichi was saying, I mean, there is a shastras which are telling that Atmanam Shrestha. So one should first Rakshet. So one should protect the body, yeah, then religion, then then his own property. Usually that is natural desires of a human being. Yeah. So that is natural. Yeah. First of all, if someone is saying, okay, I will give you 100 euros, give me your life. I mean, maybe 100 or 100 million. Will we give it? No. So more than possessions, what is important? Body. And sometimes have you heard about dharma? And then there is apad dharma. When apada is there, yeah, when there is a difficult danger, dharma, yeah, which is normal, but okay, you can break that. So in this way, to protect the body is given usually higher priority. Why? Because in reality, body is a means through which one can uh, attain self-realization. So one should not take it easy. The body is valuable. This is first thing. Then, when one has no danger to the body, what he should be doing or he will want to do is, let me make sure that I don't incur bad karma. So what do you do? Follow religion. After you are following that, then you want little more comfort. I mean, this is natural desires, and need not be that devotees should have such desires. That's was the context.
Okay,
Yeah.
Babuji. Okay.
Mhm. Good. Then thank you very much. Have a nice evening. पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।